This is David Wheaton. The following is a short take from the Christian Worldview radio program. You can hear the full program at thechristianworldview.org. What is he not understanding about the dynamics of the world and biblical prophecy?
Since the very beginning of the nation states, there's been a concept called balance of power. In every part of the world, in every region, in every empire, there needs to be a balance between different powers. Okay, so if you have Iran emergent in the Middle East, there needs to be something to balance Iran, or Iran is going to take over and become the hegemon, right? And so I think that this is really a big problem. There's a debate within American foreign policy for a long time about the neo-isolationists who believe that the United States should completely withdraw from international responsibilities. And you have the neocons who are sort of at the other extreme, who believe that the United States should be intervening in every single sort of conflict. And so there has to be a medium between the two, because we're in a situation which is called in international relations terminology, anarchy. There's no global government in the world. And so for the last 100 years or so, since the end of the Second World War, the United States has sort of played the role of the world policeman because it has a financial and the military means to do so. And it's provided a certain degree, semblance of stability. Yes, there have been a lot of wars throughout the last 100 years, regional wars, but there's been no nuclear war. There's been no world war. It's just not realistic in the nuclear age that the United States completely withdraws into a neo-isolationist stance. And I think that that is what a lot of analysts are fearing. That plays very well to President Trump's base. There's a movement within the Conservative Party in the United States of neo-isolationism about America first. I think when you're linking this sort of with biblical prophecy, God's foreign policy is Genesis 12. And that's just basically, if you bless Israel, you are blessed. And if you don't, you're cursed. I know it's very simplistic, and there's a lot more to it than that. What concerns me is that if President Trump is making deals that behind Israel's back, that are America first, but that put Israel's security, particularly with the Iran thing, into jeopardy, I think that this is something that God Almighty is not going to overlook. And given the fragile financial situation in the United States is heavily indebted. It's just a step away from complete and total financial collapse. President Trump's objectives for some of the stuff in the Middle East is to bring investments into the United States and try to get some of these factories moving again and trying to get some impulse into the economy. If Israel is being sacrificed on the altar of financial gain, this will not bode well for the Trump presidency and for the future of the United States. And again, we've talked about this before. It's like we don't have to agree with everything that Israel does. Israel is certainly not a perfect state. They do a lot of things and have a lot of policies that we would probably not agree with. But I think in the general principle, the United States has a responsibility since the Holocaust in World War II to provide some kind of a safe haven for the Jews, and particularly for the Jewish state. And to the extent that the United States starts abandoning Israel, and I'm not saying that it's doing that, but I'm saying to the extent that it does or would, this will not bode well for the future stability of the United States and its role. And I think we should mention, that the United States is not mentioned in Bible prophecy at all. It seems to me that something is going to happen to the United States. It's very hard for me to understand that the most powerful, wealthy country in the history of humanity is not in any way involved in the dealings of the end times, of the tribulation period. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope that this is not the consequences of our dealings with Israel, that something happens to the United States. But I think that that is the dynamic. And I would just add in closing that within the Conservative Party in the United States, there's a growing chorus of voices that are pro-Arab and anti-Israel. I would just mention Tucker Carlson and a couple of these other sort of commentators that have taken very anti-Israel positions lately. And it does seem like there's a split within the conservative movement in the United States. And what I fear will happen is that the only people who in the end will be supportive of Israel are those who are Bible-believing Christians. Because definitely the secular conservatives are moving towards a more skeptical line regarding Israel.
This has been a short take from the Christian Worldview radio program. To hear the full program and connect with this nonprofit radio ministry, go to thechristianworldview.org. I'm David Wheaton.